In today's lesson, the faculty that we're going to focus on are our emotions. So we're going to delve deeper into understanding emotional maturity, emotional intelligence, or emotional awareness. First, let's do a quick overview of shame versus guilt. These emotions are similar as they are close in vibration. However, as complex emotions, they differ significantly in their origin, focus, and impact on one's psyche. Understand that shame is focused on oneself, whereas guilt is focused on what one has done. Shame is an internal emotion that stems from a negative evaluation of oneself. It arises from a belief that one is inherently flawed, unworthy, or unlovable. Shame often originates from early childhood experiences, criticism, or abuse, and it becomes deeply ingrained in a person's self-concept. Shame focuses on the self. When someone experiences shame, they feel that there is something fundamentally wrong with who they are as a person. It's a feeling of being exposed and vulnerable, leading to a desire to hide or disappear. Shame is a highly destructive emotion. It can lead to low self-esteem, social withdrawal, depression, and even self-destructive behaviors. People burdened by shame often struggle with self-acceptance and forming healthy relationships. When it comes to shame and pathological narcissists, understand that pathological narcissists have a thorn that is in the middle of their back. And this thorn has been there since their childhood years. We're talking about their developmental years. And because this thorn is in the middle of their back, they are unable to reach it. Over time, what happens is they have accepted this pain. They now think this pain is normal. So when you come along bright-eyed and bushy-tailed wanting to help them, they will not accept your help. Firstly, they believe that if you try to help them, this is going to put them in more pain. And at another level, they believe that you trying to help them is you trying to manipulate them. They will not be vulnerable enough for you to help them with their pain, with their deep-seated inner shame. So narcissists continue to live with this deep-seated inner shame, this thorn that is in the middle of their back. And the longer the thorn is there, the more pain they're in, and the deeper they get into shame. What is the shame that we're talking about here? We're talking about pathologically low self-esteem. Self-esteem so low that they'd probably have to look up to see it. Pathological narcissists will not accept your love. They believe that they are unworthy. And the more you try to love them, the more you will see that it makes them irritated. They are unable to receive your love, and they are also unable to give you love. They did not develop to that emotional awareness level. Let's go ahead and adjust our sails slightly and talk about guilt. One level up from shame is where we find guilt. And guilt, on the other hand, arises from a specific action or behavior that a person perceives as morally or ethically wrong. Guilt, again, is focused on one's behavior. It is a reaction to one's own actions, not the self as a whole. Healthy guilt often results from empathy and an understanding of the impact of one's behavior on others. Guilt focuses on the action. When someone experiences guilt, they feel remorse and responsibility for a particular behavior. Guilt often leads to a desire to make amends, apologize, or change the behavior in question. When someone experiences guilt, they feel remorse and responsibility for a particular behavior. Healthy guilt often leads to a desire to make amends, apologize, or change the behavior in question. Guilt can be a constructive emotion. Healthy guilt can promote pro-social behavior, moral development, and empathy. It can lead to individuals to take responsibility for their actions, make reparations, and work towards personal growth and better relationships.